everybody, my name is Bao, and today I'm going to tell you about a crafty escape. Wait, you guys are broken it on with mine. Really? A crafty escape. Introduction. Dressing in costume as someone else can be entertaining and fun. Right. Now imagine that your life depends on how you play that part. In the 19th century, that was the case for William and Ellen Pratt. The Pratts were two enslaved people who disguised themselves to escape their lives in the South. People as property. Yes. Born to slavery. Like so many white people living in America during the mid-1800s, William and Ellen Pratt were born into slavery. William, born in 1824, lived in Macon, Georgia. His family was owned by a man who liked to gamble. To settle his debts, the man sold off the members of William's family one at a time. Okay. William was sold when he was 16 years old. He had been apprenticing or something like that as a carpenter and was quite skilled. William's training and talent would prove to be a valuable asset. His new slaver, a bank cashier, realized that William could provide him with a good income. He had William work as a cabinet maker and earn money for him. Ellen was 2 years younger than William. Her father was a white man who kept Ellen's mother enslaved. Really? Ellen had a white complexion, so much so that people didn't suspect that she had a black mother. At the age of 11, Ellen was given to her newly married half-sister to do the work of a servant. Ellen moved to Macon with her half-sister's family. There, she eventually met William. A decision fueled by love. William and Ellen fell in love and wanted to be together, but marriages between enslaved people were complicated. Those enslaved people were considered property with none of the freedoms that white people have. They needed their slavers' permission to wed. Even if permission was granted, enslaved couples could not live together if they had different enslavers. In 1846, Ellen and William finally received permission to marry. For 2 years, they lived apart, seeing each other only occasionally. Their separation took its toll on the Pratts. They realized that at any moment, one of them could be sold and sent far away from the other. For this reason, Ellen did not want to have children. She could not bear the idea of having their child torn with them and sold. Yes. Eventually, the Pratts realized that their only way they could live as a family was to escape and flee north. Black people could live freely in the northern states. The big question was, how did the Pratts do it without being caught? Fortunately, they had a plan. I hope they did. Preparing and planning. The Pratts came with a daring scheme that involved disguising Ellen. They would escape and travel to Pennsylvania, the nearest free state. Because Ellen's skin was so white, she could pass as a white person. This was ensured that she would not be questioned while traveling north. William could travel with her as a royal house servant. They would be hiding in plain sight. There was just one problem. Women of that era did not travel alone, and they certainly didn't travel with enslaved men. Doing so would attract unwanted attention. The only way the plan would work is that if Ellen traveled disguised as a man, really, then she had to hide her breasts. Ellen was reluctant and fearful at first. If they were caught, the penalties would be harsh. They would certainly be beaten and might be risking their lives. She finally agreed when they decided how her disguise would work. The night of the escape, William would cut Ellen's hair short. She would wear special undergarments to hide her figure. She would also wear a bandage around her face and green spectacles to hide her beardless skin and fine features. To complete the disguise, Ellen would wear one arm in a swing. Ellen had never learned to read or write. The swing would keep her from having to sign her name on any paperwork needed in those to travel. The glasses, bandage, and swing would help make Ellen appear sickly. Posing a sick person would also explain William's presence as a dutiful servant attending his enslavement. They could travel without arousing suspicion. Wait. Let's look at the first picture. So that's why she was like this, maybe? And that was it. Oh, nice. The Great Escape begins. The Crafts decided to make their escape on December 21, 1848. William had been hiding money for his cabinet making to fund their trip. The couple asked their enslavers for some time off so they could spend Christmas together. It was customary for enslavers to grant enslaved people a few days off during the holidays. The Crafts could take advantage of that time to escape and wouldn't be missed until they're long gone. When the day finally arrived, William cut Ellen's hair and helped her into a costume. They both said a prayer and went to the Maycontain train depot to purchase tickets to Savannah, Georgia. Since the travel was segregated, they boarded separate train cars and waited to begin their first leg of their trip. The Crafts escape route. Okay? From Macon to North Carolina to Maryland, Pennsylvania, Boston, and shit. Yes. Why did you travel all the way to England? Really? Suddenly, William noticed a familiar face on the platform. It was the owner of the cabinet-making shop where William worked. The man had suspicion that William might be fleeing with his wife. He began walking through the train searching for them. William crouched down in his seat, trembling. Just as the man reached William's train car, the departure bell sounded. He left, and William heaved a sigh of relief. He was safe. Whew, please. Ellen, in another train car, had a scare of her own. When her seaman arrived, he turned out to be her enslaver's good friend, who had known Ellen for years. Ellen sat very still and dared not to speak or look up. Fortunately, the disguise was so convincing that man greeted her without a second glance and took a seat. Ellen pretended to be deaf so she can be avoid talking and giving herself away. Yeah, the voice of women didn't feel good. The Crafts reached Savannah safely and boarded a steamer ship for Charleston, South Carolina. When the ship landed in Charleston, they tried to buy tickets to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. However, a clerk refused to sign for a couple of tickets despite Ellen's apparent injury. The boat captain from the first ship happened to pass and offered to help. He vouched for the pair, and soon they were on their way. Don't forget. The Crafts had several interesting encounters on their trip. Ellen was scolded by another passenger for thanking William. People did not wish to enslave people in the way. One man offered to buy William from Ellen. Others warned Ellen to beware of northern abolitionists who would try to persuade William to escape. The final hurdle came in Baltimore, Maryland. Slave states had shared border with free states, had border patrols that checked for escape. The Maryland Border Patrol demanded proof of William's ownership. The Crafts feared their quest for freedom was over. The officer took pity on the pair, however. He ordered the conductor to let them board. Phew!